one thing I like everybody to understand is that the beer, if you're a beer maker, is not the most important part of the deal. The process is what's important. It's an art, and you're learning how to do an art here. And you should have fun while you're doing it, because if you're not having fun, you'll do it 2 or 3 times as a novelty, and then you won't ever do it again.
We usually do 4 brews a day, and that's 60 barrels, and those guys take us 2 days to fill.
I started homebrewing in 1990. They started running an independent program called the American Brewers Guild. It was like a 12-week course, so in 1995 I signed up for it. 6 weeks classwork, 6 weeks internship. After my internship, I got hired at Red Hook and have been brewing professionally ever since. We do home brews here. I mean, they're pilot brews, and they're here because, you know, if we're gonna, like, I'm working on a recipe right here for our anniversary beer, which will come out in August, and we're gonna start by brewing we'll do a 5-gallon batch of it on our little homebrew system. So it's fun to have a little bit of personal interaction with the beer. So homebrewing rocks. I mean, I still homebrew now and then, and you can be so creative as a home brewer because it's 5 gallons and it costs you maybe $20 in ingredients. So if you screw up, you don't really care. If I was ever going to consider being a professional brewer, if somebody was thinking about it, homebrew first by all means. Kind of just get into it, read about it. There's so many different styles of beer and so much different stuff you can do as a home brewer. It's all pretty awesome.
Generally, it's good beer. It's kind of interesting how big of a cult it is and how quickly you'll notice when you're a home brewer and you tell people how quickly they're like, oh, I brew beer. Like, I've literally, just by mentioning it, probably met about 10 people who've either done it or currently do it like once a month, it's a pretty regular thing. Like, we're kind of slow with it just because we tend to like to do it together, and it's pretty tough for, if I had a lot more money, it'd be a lot easier to do it, and it's just kind of, the whole setup and cleanup kind of sucks doing it alone.
I don't think it's a one-man process.
Definitely isn't. I mean,
we'll take the grains out and then add the malt and reach a boil and add the malt, right?
Yes. And generally, when you're more of an experienced brewer, you do it based on how you personally want it, because there's flavor, there's bitterness, and there's aroma. So the hops for the last 5 minutes is just aroma, because it's just going to give you your smell.
When you taste a good homebrew, which I've tasted a few, it's a definitely satisfying thing. Like, kind of like, I brewed this, I made my own beer. Like, it's a satisfaction of like cooking your own meal compared to having it cooked for you. Like, I'm able to make something that I would enjoy drinking every single day.